a keyword, a specific keyword, break. So we have seen break also in switch cases, and the functionality of break is when the program encounters this keyword break, it will exit in whatever block it is in now. So if it is in a switch case block, it will exit from the switch case block. If it is in a loop, it will exit the loop. Okay, so using a break in a loop immediately terminate the loop. So let's look at an example. Here I have let me show you how it's done. So I have a class now, it's called test break. Inside it is our main method, and I have two variables, one is sum, another is number, both initialized to 0. So in a while loop, I have while number is less than 20. I have this number plus plus. So at first I'm updating number, and then I'm accumulating that value of number into sum. So if sum becomes more than 100 or equal 100, we want to break the loop, and finally we output the result. So just pause the video and think about what this program does. So this program actually sums up the values from 1 starting from 1 up to 20 until the sum becomes 100. Okay, so let's see how it actually works. So before we do that, you will see that if you just double click here in that line, it will have a breakpoint. Okay, it's called a breakpoint. Okay, so now we will go into the debug view in the Eclipse. So here there's a small button, debug view. So in the debug view, I will actually here we usually do this play button. So but for this we will do this bug or debug, and debug as Java application. So what will happen is the program will start executing from the main menu, and it will pause in that line break. Okay, from that line break we want to actually examine the program one to one, and the outputs, the variables are here, whose value you can see changing in steps. Okay, so what we will do is, if you select this from the run, you will see the step into option. Okay, I will now choose the step into option. So if I now step into here, so we are now here. Oh, it's break, it's not executed yet, and my values for sum and number is both zeros. So now we are stepping into. Okay, so step into, so this is executed, then 0 less than 20 becomes true, so we enter into the loop, and we are now here, number plus plus. So after we step into, that means we go to the next line, you see this highlighted here, that means number is updated and the current value is 1. Then we again step into the next line, that means this particular line, sum plus equal number, will be executed. That means sum equals sum plus 1. So sum equals 0 plus 1. So the value 1 will be assigned to sum. So step into, so sum is now updated and the current value is 1. Then we are here, this if condition. So it will compare whether this 1 is greater than or equal 100, which is false. So it will not enter inside, so break will not be executed. Let's see. So if we step into the next line, the break is not encountered and we go at the beginning of the loop. That means we are again comparing now if the value of number, which is 1 now, 1 is less than 20 or not, which is true. So we step into, and then the next line, number plus plus, so number becomes 2, which will be accumulated here, and sum becomes 3. So again comparing if sum greater than or equal 100, which is false, So we go to the comparison again. So 2 less than 20, which is true. So like this, you see every time sum and number is being updated. Okay, so let's go this to this step into. So number is now 7, number is now 8, and it's now added with sum becomes 36. Number is now 9, it's now added with 36 and becomes 45. So it's 10, it becomes 45, it's 11, it becomes sum becomes 66, number is 12, sum becomes 78, number is 13, sum becomes 91, and then number becomes 14. And now when we add 14 with 95, sum becomes 105. So now here it will compare. If 105, here see, if I hover on sum, it will give me the current value of sum, which is 105. So 105 greater than or equal 100, the result will be true. So we will actually, let's see where do we go. So step into, that means we are now entering the if condition, which is break. So break means now the program supposed to get out of the loop. Let's see if it happens. So next slide. Oh yes, it exits the loop and go into this printing option. The number is the value of number. Let's see if it prints, and let's resume. So now we see the number is 14 and the sum is 105. So I've tried to give you a small introduction of using this debug view, and this is how you can also trace your program and see how your variables changes. Okay.